Hey guys, and welcome back to Art a la Carte. And in this episode of my sketchbook talk, we're going to be talking about, can I copy you? I get that question a lot in my comments or in messages or emails. People who say, oh, I love this drawing that you do, can I copy it? And I'm really reluctant to answer them because there's two answers I can give. There is yes and there is no. And for every time I get that request, I actually want to give them both answers. Before I explain, let me just say that I'm just sketching in my sketchbook. I am creating kind of like some character designs, costume designs, things like that. So I'm not thinking that people are going to want to copy this drawing, but I'm just drawing something so that I can talk to you. Copying is a great thing. To copy something that someone else has drawn, to copy photos, precisely. And I've talked about this a lot in my videos about using reference photos. A lot of times I'll say, when you have a reference photo, feel free to add your own things to this. Feel free to make this drawing your own. Don't have to stick completely to the picture that you're drawing from as a reference photo. But in this video, I'm going to say, if you are learning how to draw something and you see someone who has that skill and you're like, wow, they know how to draw that animal or that person or, that thing I want to learn how to draw, yes, copy them. And try to copy them as exact and as detailed as possible, line for line, sketch for sketch. Try to make your picture look exactly like theirs for learning purposes. Let me repeat that. For learning purposes. That means if I were to draw a picture of the Little Mermaid and she looked exactly like the film, like you looked at the picture I drew and you looked at the screenshot from the film and you went, I can't tell which one is the screenshot and which one's the one that Valerie did. First of all, I'd be so excited because that would be awesome if I could get my art to that level of being able to make it look like it came from the movie. But the thing is I couldn't go around saying, yes, this is my complete original work. Because it's not. It isn't. I looked at someone else's picture. I copied it so closely that every hair on her head is exactly the same. There's nothing of really me in that picture. I learned a lot from it, but that picture was already created by somebody else. It would kind of be like I wanted to write a book and I thought, I have this great idea for a book. It's going to be about these people that are really short and one of them finds this ring that when you put it on, it makes you invisible, but it's actually an evil ring, and so they have to go on this great journey to destroy this evil ring, and so some other people join them and they get to group this friendship group and the friend group, and off they go to Mount Boom, and to throw it into the lake of lava. And that would be a great story, right? I couldn't create that story because that story has already been, created. And the same thing goes with drawing a picture. If I were to take this picture that I'm drawing right now, and someone were to ask if they could copy this picture, for learning purposes, yes. Draw away. Try to match my art as closely as possible. I want to help and encourage you. But if someone is saying, can I copy this picture, and then they copy it and then they go around posting, look at the picture I drew, my original art, and I'm making prints and I'm selling these prints. That's not your drawing. That's a copy of something that I put not just hours into creating, but years and years of study, and it's not you. It's line for line what I drew. Now, I have never seen any of you guys copy my artwork where I felt like you were taking credit for the work. I receive artwork from you guys all the time of things that you've done from my tutorials. And believe me, I love getting pictures that you do of the tutorials, and I love the ones that look exactly like my tutorial pictures. There's some that I'm like, why are they sending me a picture of my picture? And then I look at it, I'm like, oh wait, that's their picture. I love that because my videos, when I put a how-to draw tutorial on here, I want you to be able to create what I'm drawing. I also want you to be able to take what I'm teaching you how to draw and then create your own thing. But if you draw what I show you how to draw, it's a success for me. There have been some people who have watched some of my speed draws or what was I thinking videos where I'm not really creating a how-to tutorial video on how to draw this exact thing. I'm just taking you on the process of how I create this piece from a personal perspective, not a teaching perspective. I'm taking you along on the journey with me, sharing some of the insights that went through on my head and maybe giving you some tips and tricks along the way. But I'm not teaching you how to draw step by step this drawing. And I will have people that will take and then copy that drawing and then send me a picture of that. And I don't feel that that's bad. Because none of them are going around saying, look at this brand new drawing that I've done. I mean, they're actually like showing me, I did a drawing of your drawing. This is so cool. So I love, people will tag me in their Instagram photos or email me pictures or even make little videos of them drawing what I drew. And it's awesome. But let me tell you the one little thing, if you want to copy from another artist, the little thing that you can do that really takes it from copying and claiming is just give credit. If you draw something that was inspired from another artist, you love that drawing, that painting, and you want to try to see if you can achieve that in your art, and then you're proud of it and you want to share it, I don't say don't share it with people. Go ahead, share it with people, let them see, because it might encourage them. But just simply somewhere in that video, let people know, hey, this drawing was originally drawn by Laws of Losing. And if you have a link to where it was, maybe it's a video or on maybe their online art gallery, leave a link to them. That is a great compliment to an artist then. And it's not, we as an artist, we don't feel like, oh, they're stealing that piece of art from me. You're giving credit where credit's due. I would also encourage you not to sell that piece. If you're in a position where you're creating artwork for sale, don't take a piece and copy that and then try to sell it. That could get you into a lot of trouble legally if you mess with the wrong artist. I've never had that happen with any of my art, of course, but I've had some friends who have drawn from some pretty well-known companies, we'll say, and have had those companies take some interest in them and not in the positive way. So just for your protection, I guess, I never try to sell artwork that is really strongly based on someone else's artwork. One, it's not right, it's stealing, and two, it can get you in a lot of trouble. And I also find that as you begin to get further and further into the art field, you're going to find that other artists don't have a strong respect for people who just simply copy and claim, oh look, this is my piece, because we know a lot of artists. I've seen a lot of pieces out there and I go, that's not originally that person's artwork, that is so-and-so's artwork. And especially if they don't give credit to it, I'm just like, those little stinkers, they stole that from so-and-so. So yeah, just take that extra little time if you decide to copy someone's artwork, give them that credit, and then take what you learn from creating that piece and create something that's uniquely yours. I went in this video by saying I get this a lot. I even thought this a lot myself, that, oh, it's so hard to think of something original, especially when you see a piece that, oh, it's so inspiring. How could I come up with something so inspiring but different? I just can't. I want you to know that there is one element in your drawing that no other artist has in the entire world. They don't have this, that you do. And that's you, your personality, your insight, the way you create art. Whether you feel you're a really lousy artist or you feel like you're a good artist, it doesn't matter. You have that personal touch that's going to make that piece uniquely yours. So don't be afraid of pushing out there and discovering that unique talent that you have, that unique little spark that you have to offer your artwork. And you might not be able to see it, but I can guarantee you that if you share your artwork with other people, the more you allow your own personal style to come through, the more that people are going to see, hey, I know who did that drawing, so-and-so did that, and they're going to be able to name you as the person who drew that. But you have to, it comes from finding your own style of art. And of course, finding your own style is an entirely different topic, and not one that really has an easy answer that I could say, oh, to find your own style and art, blah, 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 blah. I might do a video later on talking about finding your own style. It's kind of a hard topic to have, and I think it's a journey that every artist is constantly trying to figure out. So for this video, is it okay to copy? My personal opinion is, if it's for learning purposes, yes, it's a great tool to learn with. If it's, I want to create my own piece based on your piece, but claim it as my own piece, then no, it's rude. Don't do that. If you create a piece that's strongly based on someone else's, leave that little recognition, leave that little bit of recognition, leave a link, leave a shout out, give credit where credit is due. Because believe me, if you go around stealing people's art, you might get really good at art, but someone else is going to come around and steal from you. That's just the way it happens. So treat others the way you want to be treated. Just show them a little respect. So those were my ramblings for the day. I would love to hear your points of view on copying art, how you feel about that. Tell me about that in the comment section below. If you're brand new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye!